Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today we're playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. Once again, early access with the Crone and the Queen. No, the Queen and the Crone, that's the right one. DLC, so really cool. So I've actually brought Crone Hellebron against, unfortunately, it's John Taun's Empire, which is tough. It's going to be tough. He is very good with Empire. So, yeah, what better way to test this stuff out? So, I've got some Corsairs in the front with handbows, but then, you know, they're old, who cares? Here, I've got the Hellebron, so these guys are awesome. I love these guys. So, Dread Spears, Regiment Round, so, you know, slightly better stats than normal, but they've also got poison attacks. So, they make for a great bodyguard unit for Hellebron here. Because, yeah, them poisoning stuff and then her just mincing it to pieces is just great. I love that. So, Crone Hellebron, just absolute monster. She just kills everything. And she somehow is still absolutely terrifying despite having pink hair, which is pretty impressive, you know, all things considered. So, Crone Hellebron here, you can see, she has many tools. So, Gaze of Cain, it's going to rampage all your own units within a, you know, within an effect range, but it's going to buff their stats so much, which is just terrifying. So, if you've got prolonged engagement, just hit that and they'll win it. It's pretty much that simple. She can also frenzy herself with a witch brew, which is always fun. Again, if you're in a prolonged engagement, you might as well. Also, heroic killing blow for even more damage. You can see she's got a lot of damage already. I mean, look at that. It's pretty huge damage. And the bonus versus infantry, that's going to apply to a melee attack. So, just base, she's going to have over 100 melee attack against infantry, which is just insane. That is so good. Also, she's got the Amulet of Dark Fire, so everyone around her is going to have magic resistance, which would be very useful. Also, Cursed Blade, if she starts losing, she's going to start a sort of Mortis Engine effect, hurting nearby things. Nearby heroes, mostly, which is pretty cool. So, also, she frenzies as well, which puts her armor-piercing damage up even more, and her armor-piercing damage is at 330 base. You know, add that to her killing blow, and oh, she can do so much damage. Also, that's right, she has more. Plus 5 melee attack for everyone nearby, of course. She's also got just a standard frenzy as well. She's also got Murderous Mastery, so when that triggers, that's going to be even higher. That'll cause fear and everything. Immune to Psychology. She encourages units, you know, obviously. She can hide in forest, yeah. So the magic resistance from that ability, she's got 20% physical resist as well. She's just a monster. But she's only got 3,000 health, which isn't huge. 15 armor, which is basically nothing. She has no missile resist. So shoot the hell out of her. That's basically my advice. Don't try and go toe-to-toe with her. Just shoot the hell out of her. I think it's the only way you can do it, really. So also I have the Sister Slaughter. These guys are so cool. Well, I say guys, these gals, they're awesome. So these guys, really cool. Crazy high melee defense of 60 base, which is insane. More poison attacks, and 40 melee attack is still pretty damn high. Again though, very little armor. They do have a bit of missile resist, but again, you don't really want to be in combat with these guys. Just shoot them. Shoot the hell out of them. That's my advice. So, you know, Dread Spear is boring. Also, Doomfire Warlocks. So, the Doomfire Warlocks, the standard ones, they get some free spells. So, they get Lesser Doombolt and Soul Blight, which are both very useful. And they cast them for free, no Winds of Magic cost. They can Vanguard deploy, they have 40% physical resist, and they do magic and poison attacks themselves. So, these guys I think are really cool. And the Regiment Renown version, so same similar, you know, combat stats, you know, with the poison, the magic, but they have different spells. They have Word of Pain, which is a huge debuff to melee attack and accuracy, and they also get a free Soul Stealer, which does heal them like the usual Soul Stealer. And again, it's free. It's only the one cast, but you can really help kill heroes and give them all their health back. So these guys can stay in combat a lot longer than, you know, their other counterparts, because they can just get a load of health back. So that is so cool. So here you can see, I'm trying to get my Corsairs to catch out the Outriders a bit, but John Taun keeps them out of range the whole time, keeps turning back round. He knows how to time these attacks perfectly. So he's got a ton of Outriders, 4 units. He's got 4 Empire Knights as well, which is good, because you want to do hit and runs on most of these units, because yeah, you just don't want to stay in prolonged engagement with any of this. So yeah, hit and runs can be great. So really cav heavy, I think, is the way to go. He's also got a Witch Hunter, because Witch Hunter, great for sniping out lords and heroes. Same with Balthazar Gelt, and you can't catch Gelt on that Pegasus with anything, so he's safe. So, you know, Final Transmutation and Accusation, that seems like a brilliant way to deal with Hellebron. Even with that 33% magic resist, you know, Final Transmutation does a lot, as does the Accusation. So I think these two guys, great picks. I think you're going to see them a lot against Dark Elves just because of the threat of Hellebron. So, pretty cool. Also, he's got some great swords back here. He's got some spears. He's got some other great swords. Sigmar's Sons, you know, nice unbreakable front line, which is handy. So yeah, you know, pretty standard front line. So very cool, but I'm loving the 8 units of cav here. It's going to be very useful, especially against the sort of army I brought, that is very much, you know, great in prolonged engagements. So very interesting. So I'm moving spears around this way, so I can get my Cold War Knights in a bit safer, but still not looking great. I've got my Corsairs still trying to shoot into this group, and you can see Accusation goes down, and it's going to do a lot of damage. I'm not sure if Accusation actually causes magic damage or not. It doesn't say. I think it just does damage regardless of the magic resist, which, if that's the case, then that's really rough for me. So I'm putting pressure on the back line over here, and my Doomfire Warlocks playing a bit defensively for now. But the Outriders, I mean, they're not that quick. I mean, they're pretty damn quick, 84, which is huge, but these guys have got 92 speed. So these guys will be able to catch them, especially with my Shadow Wizard, who is trailing behind. Actually, I had her hidden in trees. I thought he was going to charge stuff through trees. Anyway, so I'm bringing her up. Unmounted, I couldn't really afford a horse. Feel kind of bad about that now. Also, it'd be really useful if she was over here. So, luckily, I completely dumpstered the Witch Hunter. He's shattered. So, Hellebron got a pause on something and completely messed him up. So, he's dead. Absolutely huge. But, look at all this. Look at all this fire. She is being shot so much, and that is definitely the way to deal with her. She killed the Witch Hunter, so that's something. But, yeah, still got Gelt with the final transmutation, still got all of these Outriders. So you can see here, the Empire Knights, they're trying to charge in, but of course the Hellebron, you know, they're going to actually resist this very well. But the Grey Swords are going to do quite well here, except maybe not against Sister Slaughter, you know, we'll see. So Sister Slaughter here doing quite well. Hellebron still alive somehow. I've managed to get my Slaanesh Harvesters around the back. He's going to start chasing me, and he's trying to charge through the lines here. So I'm charging the Doomfire Warlocks in here. I should have charged them that way, got into the back here, because right now I can outrun him. So I'm just going to keep charging. I was going to keep running away. And here I can get my Cold War Knights into the back and get these guys a little bit caught out. But John Torn is very good at this, so he is actually going to get all his Outriders out through these gaps, unfortunately, which is very upsetting. So he tries to intercept me with a Spearman, which is a great call, because he can see there's too much pressure back here. So I'm going to get on the Empire Knights with the Cold War Knights. I'm going to let the Doomfire Warlocks keep chasing these guys, because I can outrun them, which is massive. If I can outrun these guys, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble. So I'm charging with these guys as well. Unfortunately, I should have done that far, far sooner. Far sooner, and these Doomfire Warlocks should have intercepted. So a couple of missed micros with my cav here, and John Torn takes full advantage. He's still got some Empire cav that are safe here. So I hit the group with the Soul Stealer to keep the Doomfire Warlocks still going. That's the ones up here that are actually in a bit of trouble. It's hard to tell what's happening, because the way the engagement happened, them running this way, me charging the sides, there's units caught up, zigzagging basically the whole length of this battle. I tried to cast a spell on a unit flag over here, but it told me the unit was actually over here. It was a mess. It was really confusing because of just how, you know, this engagement happened. So here, I'm getting some damage into the Empire Knights, which is great. Sister Slaughter are trying to help, but they aren't really designed for this prolonged engagement, and now that he's shooting into this crowd, it's not good. Amazingly, Hellebron is still alive, so I wanted to shut down these Great Swords once and for all, get these guys back in the fight. I've managed to break all this stuff back here, so the Empire Knights are gone. Unfortunately, Doomfire Warlocks, you know, the Slaanesh Harvesters, took a lot of damage from the Empire Knights. But, you know, Cold War Knights can charge in now. They've still got quite a lot of health, so that's good news. Back here, trying to... Now I've got rid of these Empire Knights, I need to take out these Outriders. But John Torn immediately sees that and starts shooting. These guys aren't going to hold up well against skirmisher fire. This is going to hurt. They're going to take a lot of damage and they're going to die very quickly. Again, just like most of the units I brought, you want to shoot them. You want to shoot them. And he just had the best answer here with the Outriders, because they can maneuver, you know, around. They're not going to get caught out by basically anything in this matchup. So that's great. These guys will do a fine job of filling that role, because you can close the gap so quickly, and you can destroy a front line so quickly, or even run between units so fast with the Dark Elves. You know, all the Sister Slaughter and everything. They're all quick, and they will kill very quickly. So having a back line of handgunners or crossbowmen or anything like that, even free company, they're just going to get compromised too quickly. So Outriders were a great call here, and now I am really suffering for it. So Hellebron's somehow still alive. Very surprised by that. Should probably just hide her in a tree, to be honest. Really should just hide her in a tree. So, still got Slaanesh Harvesters. Nope, they're gone. Are they all dead? Did they all die? Was that the last unit? They fought to the last? If that's so, that's pretty impressive. So Doomfire Warlocks, they're over here, but he's going to get on top of them with the Empire Knights. Oh, in fact, he has already. So I'm fighting them. Luckily, the physical resist goes a long way against Empire Knights, so that's pretty cool. And now I have something to pressure the back line to deal with this stuff. So I'm pretty sure... Do I try and... Is this Doombolt? It is a Doom Bolt. That's pretty funny. Okay, so I hit him with a free Doom Bolt, but he already starts shooting. He can shoot while moving, so just running towards me, they're going to get a load of damage in. So that's a pity. Over here, though, you know, I've managed to make these guys go crazy. But one thing I noticed, that didn't actually last very long. I don't think it continues if Crone Hellebron sort of has a leadership broken. I don't think it does. So the fact that she just broke, that effect didn't last very long. And I think that's really interesting to know. So if she does start doing stuff like that, just hit her with everything. And yeah, it'll ruin that effect. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It definitely seemed like it lasted a lot less time here than previously. So pretty cool. I might have to look into it, but it definitely seems the case. Because it did seem to have it in tandem. But hey, you know, we'll find out one day. But that definitely seems the case. So anyway, Sisters of Slaughter, they're coming back. All 6 of them. They're going to be a game changer. I'm kidding, they're not at all. It's just 6 of them. But anyway, so I'm, you know, whittling away these great swords, but just under this just insane amount of fire, there's not really much I can do. I've got nothing left that can catch him, and look how much ammunition he has on all these guys. You know, that one's running out, but he's still got a few shots. I mean, hell, 5 ammo, 5 volleys from that, that's enough to kill a unit. So, yeah, I'm a bit doomed, honestly. There's nothing I can do. I don't have my Shadow Mage anymore. Oh yeah, I do. I still have my Shadow Mage. So yeah, I get a Melkoths on them, so that's good news. But I mean, there's nothing I can do at this point. I'm just using spells for the hell of it. I can't capitalize. Even with their speed slowed down, still 64. So they're going to outrun my Hellebron I at speed 37. So there's not a lot I can do. Not a lot I can do. So trying to charge him a bit. He's just going to keep shooting at me. So yeah, Cold One Eye's going. Those 5 now units, Sis Slaughter, they're going. I mean, still got the Hellebron I, still got my Wizard, but he still has a fairly healthy Balthazar and just so many bullets. Far too many. See the balance of power is slipping. One more volley into the rear of all these guys. Their leadership starts faltering horribly. I was trying to get into these trees, see if I could weather some of the damage, but no. Nah, it's not going to happen. So, fantastic battle though. I think JanetOn made completely the right call. See, he's the best person to test. He just knows the Empire so well. He knows exactly what to bring. So you can really tell if you have a weakness in your army. And actually, I don't know. I think this army could still work. I think a couple of missed micros with the, you know, with that trap that I was springing. Because I think the Cold One Knights, getting into the back like that, if I'd intercepted the Outriders, the Doomfire Warlocks, I think it would have turned out totally different. Because frankly, the Outriders won it for him. I just let him have too many shots into too many valuable units. But generally, I'm not sure I'd bring Hellebron in this matchup. I mean, it's a tough one. I mean, she will kill things. You know, she will slaughter. But look at that, 0 kills. I had to get her out of combat straight away. And that's the way to do it. You just want to shut her down. You want to focus on her quickly, and you can wipe her out. She just doesn't have the defense, you know, from ranged attacks or, you know, things like accusation. She just suffers from that. So take advantage. I've heard a lot of people saying that Crone Hellebron should probably get a debuff before, you know, before this goes live. But actually, I think she's perfect. She's such a glass cannon. And I think that's really interesting in a Lord. It's just a completely different sort of style. So if you just let her do things, you know, like usually do a Lord for a while, she'll just get hundreds of kills. But if you focus her down early, like JanetOn did, she's hopeless. So I think it's brilliant. I think she's got a great sort of, you know, great gameplay opportunities for both players, which I think is really cool. So absolutely love Crone Hellebron, even though she got a dismal 0 kills. Although she did shatter the Witch Hunter. So, you know, she did that, but other than that, she did nothing. You know, 0 kills on Crone Hellebron, right? This is probably the worst performance of her you will see on YouTube. So, yeah, bear that in mind. But yeah, this is the way to do it. This is definitely the way to do it, guys. So if you're going to Empire, stay mobile. Stay mobile, because all of this stuff is so susceptible to ranged fire, you know? Sister Slaughter, ton of kills. So many. These guys will clean up in melee. These weren't just spearmen. These were great swords they were fighting as well. They just do amazingly. Here, Cold One Knights, they actually did a great job. You know, with a lot of support. You know, with the Doomfire Warlocks hitting the debuffs on people. You know, you can get a lot of value out of them. So I absolutely love it. Anyway, I've prattled on long enough. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe. And be sure to go check out JanetOn's channel over on Total Brohammer. So yeah, until the next time. Have a good one, guys.